What is going on, everybody? I am the FDGURU, bringing to you guys a Friday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. I am doing a free Guru credit code in this video. I'll give you that code after the first couple of my plays. I did one for the opening day video a couple of days ago as well. Really firing in some extra promo credits for you guys. I just ask that you like the video and subscribe. Toss my alerts on too so you don't miss any videos. We got an 8-game slate tonight coming off of a really good opening day yesterday. We had a lot of good results. The Reds were definitely the team to target. I was all over them. GPP did the best. Low-owned Crochet, I don't know how to say his name, played really well for the White Sox. 43 fantasy points. Couple of Dodgers. It was definitely a Reds and Dodgers type of day. Freeman homered, Betts homered, Ohtani, contributed a double and, got other stats as well. The hybrid cashed in all contests as well. Luzardo was pretty good. And then the cash team didn't hit tournaments, but we did cash in cash games, which is, what it's designed to do to keep that bankroll afloat. So a nice day yesterday. And then the after-hour slate, the 3-game after-hour slate posted on my Dub Club, easily cashed. The Diamondbacks, 16 runs. They scored 14 runs in the third inning last night. I'm pretty sure that was an opening day record. Needed all the Diamondbacks. We're going to want to target the Diamondbacks again tonight on the main slate with another good spot. A cheap fry for the Guardians was a nice play as well. Bieber, 11 Ks, absolutely cooked the Athletics. The Athletics are definitely going to be a team we want to target pitchers against all year long. So overall, an awesome day. Again, the after-hour slate was on my Dub Club. All non-main slates, or a lot of non-main slates and betting content and other stuff is on my Dub Club. You can subscribe using the link below. It's $1 for your first week, so definitely suggest that. For tonight's main slate, it doesn't really look like we can get away with cheap pitchers. There's one guy you could look at I'll talk about for a second, but it looks like a slate we want to look at the higher guys. I do like Merrill Kelly the most at home. He's the biggest favorite on this slate. Stacking the Diamondbacks bats and getting Merrill Kelly in your lineup is a good idea tonight. 238, minus 238 favorites, 9 over under. Definitely the Diamondbacks and Dodgers look like the two best teams tonight, and they're in the last 2 games of the slate. Kelly looks good. Had a great year last year, 15 wins, 3.17 ERA. Had some huge games. The Rockies lineup is not too threatening. You got a guy like Charlie Blackmon and Chris Bryant on the back end of their careers. They're not as threatening as they once were a few years ago. Nolan Jones is pretty good. That's about all the Rockies got. Ryan McMahon also pretty good, but the back end of that lineup, not great. The Diamondbacks are coming into this game with a head full of steam, with a lot of confidence after pummeling the Rockies. I do like getting to Kelly, but guys like George Kirby and Chris Bassett, all look very similar. They're all right around the same price range. You could get away with any of them. Kirby against the Red Sox, not a bad spot there. They're minus 142 favorites, and it's the lowest over-under on the slate at 7. I'm looking at Nick Pivetta, too, for tournaments just because of the low over-under. He showed a huge upside last year. He had some games where he had double-digit strikeouts. If you look at his game log, multiple games with double-digit strikeouts. So his ceiling is there. He did get blown up a few times. But we just saw Brian Bello of the Red Sox. He fared well against this Mariners lineup last night. Seattle's a pitcher's ballpark. It's going to be always a pitcher's ballpark. The weather usually is on the side of the pitcher as well because it's always cooler and rainy in Seattle. Pavetta's a guy you could look at 8,500. I don't like getting much cheaper. You could look at AJ Puck. He is once a bullpen guy, now starting for the Marlins. I'm sure he has a short leash against the Pirates. I don't love him, but if there was one guy you wanted to go cheap on, he's really the only guy. I'm looking at. For the infield, we're going up against Puck here. I do like Connor Joe just to save some money. There's not a ton of cheap guys we can feel good about. He led off in the opening day lineup yesterday against the lefty Jesus Luzardo, and then we have another lefty starter tonight in AJ Puck. So I do assume Connor Joe leads off, and at 2,300 with the righty-lefty matchup, it looks like a great spot to save some money. Went 0 for 5 or 0 for 4 yesterday, but drew a couple walks. Don't mind this play. He's so cheap. Has a good chance of getting 5 at-bats as the leadoff hitter. And we have an 8.5 over-under in Miami. Miami is a pitcher's ballpark. We usually see nothing higher than like an 8. So the fact that we see an 8.5 over-under for this Marlins and Pirates game, that's something to look at because clearly Vegas is liking some runs in this game. We have Martin Perez against AJ Puck. 2 lefties, completely different ends of the spectrum. Perez, a long veteran in the league, definitely towards the back end of his career. You could target both guys or both teams against these guys in this game as cheap value options. And that's what we'll do on the other side as well. Jake Berger at 3K should be batting third. Righty-lefty matchup. We can save some more money. Berger's a guy, he's pretty good. He's a young guy. He was pretty good with the White Sox. He played well last year with the Marlins. Went 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs. He's got some pop in the bat. Again, Martin Perez, a little bit washed up now. He should be batting third. I do like saving some money here at third with Jake Berger. He looks good to me. Going over to my website for that Guru credit code. Let's do another code here. It's Friday. Weekend's beginning. We now have MLB and NBA both going on. I got my plate full, so very, very busy, but I enjoy what I do, so it's a fun time of year. Let's go with the date, March 29. Oh, I screwed up. Did I hit enter? I did hit enter. It's March 29 MLB. I accidentally hit enter, but March 29 MLB, all caps, and you'll get 10 credits. Again, just like this video, guys, I'm excited to do another giveaway for you, and looking forward to have a very, very profitable Friday. We've been doing really well in March, so let's close it out on a high note. We only have a few days left in March, so we have a huge NBA slate tonight as well that we can look forward to. But put in that code, March 29 MLB, and get those credits. For the outfield, we're going to go to the Diamondbacks. It's going to be hard not to get to 4 Diamondbacks in your cash game lineups tonight. They're just chalky for good reason. Even if they didn't put up 16 runs last night, they would still look good at home against the Rockies. You got Chad Quantrill starting for the Rockies tonight. Or it's Cal Quantrill. He's a past Guardian pitcher. He's nothing special. This is not a good spot for him. He could easily get rocked. Corbin Carroll, my favorite spend up on this slate, 3,900. Failed to get much going. He went 0 for 3 last night in 16 runs, but he still managed to get some points. 2 walks, 2 runs, 12 fantasy points. He should be batting, anywhere from second to third tonight. Lefty-righty matchup against Quantrill. He's my favorite guy. He projects to get the most fantasy points on tonight's slate. So, to get a bat that's projected the most fantasy points at under 4K, I'm probably going to have him in every lineup. We all know how electric this guy is. Looks like a young superstar for the Diamondbacks. Love him in the outfield. And then Lourdes Gurriel did he hit a dinger last night? I know he got a shit ton of points. He did hit a homer, 3 for 5, 5 ribbies, 45 fantasy points. He batted, I think, third against the lefty. Now, it is a righty-righty matchup tonight, but he's going to be hitting in the heart of this lineup again. Gurriel looks like a guy who has found a nice spot over in Arizona. Had a good year last year, 2,900. Way too cheap. This price is not correct, especially coming off of the game he had last night. The Diamondbacks in general grayed out really well, and like I said, you're going to want to get to a handful of these guys tonight. Anywhere, any guy hitting 1 through 6, you're going to want to look at for the Diamondbacks tonight. We can assume Gurriel's batting third or fourth for the D-backs once again tonight and looks fantastic at 2,900. That'll do it for this video, guys. we got some cheap value in the Pirates and Marlins game that looks decent for bats, and then we got some heavy hitters in the late games with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. We'll figure out a way to make it all mix and match. But give this video a like. Definitely subscribe. Put in that Guru credit code, and let's have another fantastic night. You can catch my after hours lineup. We have a 5-game after hours slate tonight. One last thing I forgot to mention. The Cleveland and Oakland game has rain issues. It's raining all day today. They might not get it in. Looks like a postponement. We'll have to get more information on that game as the day goes. But if it were to play out, it doesn't look great. Oakland's a pitcher's ballpark. Ross Stripling starting for the A's. Doesn't look too appetizing, but the after hours slate will be on my Dub Club. You can subscribe with the link below. You get a ton of stuff with the all access. We got a big after hours slate. The after hours slate has, there's more late games than early games. So we're kind of doubling down with the after hours slate. Excited for more content on this Friday. That'll do it here, guys. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.